Hey, Don Spain, how are you? Uh, Let me see if you can hear me well. I'm outside. I don't have any microphone, so just to know if you can hear me well. Thank you. Just give me a sign to start talking here. Oh, thanks, man. Well, at least I have Don Spain here, so it's enough to start talking about this. Uh, what I want to talk about is about the abduction theory, which is one of the theories that has been formulated, and to be fair, a very reasonable one. The theory is that the murders. Hey, Shane, how are you, man? What's going on with Manchester United and Ten Hag? Shane is a huge fan of Manchester United. He is kind of mad to me because I prefer Manchester City, but anyways. Uh, just to restart again, one of the theories that has been formulated is that the murders were the result of a kidnapping attempt that went wrong. Then things are suddenly out of control, and somehow the girls are killed. Again, this is not a crazy theory at all. It's a very logic theory. I just have a small issue with that, and the problem I see is when we talk about signatures. Why? A signature to me is something related to an intentional or at least a premeditated murder. It's like the way for the killer to tell us, look, this is my job. I'm proud of this. Uh, I found interesting the words of Hannah Shakespeare from the Lost documentary uh, published by Fig Solves when she was at the crime site. She said it looks like the killer didn't want to conceal the bodies, but rather to present them in some sort of way. And it comes to my mind the polemic Lee Kerr when he said that the girls were posed in a sexual tableau. Again, it's hard to give some credibility to Lee Kerr, but at least that statement was very consistent with the signatures subject and the presentation of the bodies by the killer. So those elements indicate to me that this is the work of a serial killer or at least someone who had the intention to kill. To me, it wasn't an accidental killing at all. Um, so again, the problem we have as I don't know how to call it, let's say amateur detective community is that we work with limited information. So any theory that we can formulate can be destroyed when we learn new data, like the Big Bang theory. I don't know, guys, if you saw the recent discoveries made by the scientific community. Anyway, but at least we can detect some gaps, and that's important to me, in my opinion. As you know, I used to think that Keegan Klein was the only one involved and the killer. I don't rule out at all that he can be the murderer. Obviously, Richard Allen is BG, it's British guy. That's obvious. There's no doubt about it. And maybe he's the killer as well. What is clear now is that this is the job of several people working together, and Keegan Klein is one of them. 100% is something evident. Uh, some people said that there's no evidence that Keegan Klein was in contact with Levy, that it was someone behind the Anthony Shots account. But remember that Keegan Klein admitted himself that he blocked Libby because she was annoying him. And then you have that the the rest of the elements in that transcript. I was supposed to meet her, but she didn't show up. The marathon gas station, that's huge. The Anthony Shots money account going to Libby, something that some creators don't want to elaborate about. I know that Sleuth Intuition was talking about that. I'm happy for that. Rick doesn't like that theory, or it's not a theory. It's something that is written in the transcripts. To me, is, and I repeat myself, is one of the most overlooked and one of the most important elements in this case. We can that can lead us to the motive. We have no clue about the motive. We don't know if this was something related to drugs and extortion, exposition of the pedophile ring, a snuff movie, just the thrill of it. The I don't know, extortion. I don't know. We don't know that, but that element is very important, guys. That is money going to leave his account. So why there's money going to her? So the motive can be behind that element there. And I want to hear you guys. What do you think about this? I don't have anything else to say. Uh, just wanted to say hello. I'm happy that I have at least a couple of followers. And it's nice to see you here, guys. And Shane, if you want to share some ideas or some feelings, or Don Spain and the other guys in this live, it's nice to interact and to have some conversation here. Uh, it's a nice day here today. I hope it's a nice day there. And if you don't have any questions of any, or just to tell me if you agree, you disagree with my little speech here, just for the discussion, at least about Manchester City, man. What? Shane said, "Yeah, Cryptes, I changed lately, so we all agree Keegan was not on the bridge, yeah? Yeah, I don't know if he was or he was not on the bridge, but he's not bridge guy. Bridge guy for clearly is Richard Allen. Uh, Don Spain, I think both can be true, abduction and murder plan. Yeah, for sure. But abduction, if there was an abduction and a murder planned, that means that the abduction didn't go wrong, right? So the murder and the abduction uh, was part of the plan. So, uh, what tentacles are connected to Allen? But one of the tentacles is Keegan Klein. That's evident. And the interesting thing is to know what is the head of the pulp. The tentacles is yeah, that's something that all of us want to know. But who's the head? Uh, I think the head is Keegan, and I don't know who else. Uh, Tony Klein. Uh, it's clear that law enforcement was looking very strongly for him. In that transcript, we can say that they were trying to make Keegan say something about his dad. Uh, there's a conflict here right now that is very interesting. Before, Keegan was not blaming uh, his father when law enforcement was asking him about the account, Anthony Shop's account. He was saying, "No, it has to be me. There's no other person, whatever." Now he's trying to put Tony Klein in the loop. So there's a dynamic that changed, and I don't know. It's interesting. We have to look on this on that element too. Don Spain, I think Keegan Klein could have been unwittingly used by someone to lure girls via Anthony Shots. Maybe his dad. I don't know. Uh, maybe, yeah, maybe. But the thing is that the IP address was identified as his house, right? So something happened in that house, and he was the one behind the Anthony Shots account, and he was the one who said that he blocked Libby because she was annoying him. Why was Libby annoying Keegan Klein? Because she discovered something and she was trying to expose him, or why? That's that's something I would like to know. I don't know. And why was money going from the Anthony Shops account to the Libby's account? Something that some people don't even want to hear about. I don't know. This is interesting. Why was Keegan Klein doing Google searches about the Marathon gas station? Uh, Interesting, right? And one of the that transcript is very very interesting. And when the police is telling Keegan Klein the story about the gas station, when they say, imagine that there's a robbery in a gas station and we have cameras and we know who was there. That was very interesting, very suspicious, like trying to, hey, we know something, it's better you need to tell us. I don't know. uh, for sure they could be using some strategies to make him talk, but I don't know, I found that very very interesting. uh, So I don't know if you have any other question or any other thing to say. Uh, that's pretty much what was on my mind. Uh, if there's anyone else other than Shane and Don Spain, if you have some ideas or some thoughts to share with us, please feel free. Ten Hag is the new GOAT. Yeah, I agree. He's awesome. He's awesome, man. I think Kegan gave or sold his account information to someone, and that other person gave details to Allen. Yeah, possibly. We know that Kegan is a very transactional guy. Everything is about posing and about money, and yeah, money is something that is important for all of us for sure. But this guy was really, I don't know, as he said, as he posted in Twitter. I want to be a superstar. Uh, he posted that on a very specific and very special date, which is something interesting. I don't know. Don't space agree, possibly Shane. Yeah, why not? Uh, I think he was operating in the dark web, and yeah, it's not crazy. I just think that he's trying to fool everyone. He's not the nice guy he pretends to make us believe he is. Uh, I was mad when he said, "I'm not a pedophile." Come on, are you serious? The murder shit interview is a piece of shit, like his father. Law enforcement would have Keegan charged by now if he knowingly was involved. I'm not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. When there are negotiations, we don't know what is under the table. Uh, Maybe he gave very important information to law enforcement about the Wabash River, and they're not charging him about that. Maybe he was that was part of the deal. Uh, I think the Wabash River search was something that was directly connected to Richard Allen arrest, so could be part of the negotiation. And you see what is going on today. Uh, when Keegan starts a motion in court, Richard Allen he does the same, and it's like an infinite loop. It's one day is Richard Allen, the other day is Keegan Klein. Like maybe both uh, lawyers are, I don't know. I'm not saying working together, but sharing some information or playing some kind of weird game there. But uh, I don't think that's a reason to say that he's not involved. Keegan Klein's a pig, and he could have been more involved. It wouldn't surprise me. I agree 200%. He's a pig, and his father is another pig, and fucking guys piss me off. And oh, better better not say that. So, do you have any special theory about the murders? Anything that you think needs to be, I don't know, elaborated, or what do you think about Ron Logan? Do you think that's a possibility he was involved, or it's just some crazy theory? One thing that is weird to me is if Ron Logan was involved, why do you let the bodies in your property exposed to be found by everyone? Like, I don't understand that. I think, okay, maybe he knew something, but I don't know. That's weird. That's weird to me. You kill someone and you put it in front of your property. Yeah, some people would say, because he's trying to make people think the opposite. Like, uh, I don't know. It's just weird. What else do I have here in the chat? Nothing. So, guys, I think I'm leaving. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, let's see what's going on in the Don't Spain. What about Rogan Lounge House or Webster being the destination for the killer and girls? Yeah, that's very interesting. I think the girls could be killed elsewhere. That house is not crazy. It's not crazy. They could be moved to that house, and that the bodies were transported to the crime site. Yeah, who knows? So it's plausible. It's, it's not. It's not a crazy theory. It's not a crazy idea. Thanks, bro, and do more lives. Just give us notice. Lots of people will come and listen. Western model going on trip. Yep, I know that. So the house was available for the purpose. So yeah, it's like a very strategic location. I agree with that. Uh, okay, guys, have a nice weekend. Stay safe and keep in touch. See you.